Hello, everybody, and welcome to German class. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about possessive pronouns in dative case. In German, we say possessive pronomen im dative. So, in this lecture, we are going to cover up this topic possessive pronouns, possessive pronomen im dative, in dative. Now, if I talk about possessive pronouns, we have possessive pronouns in nominative case, we have possessive pronouns in accusative case, we have possessive pronouns in dative case. In our previous classes, we have talked about possessive nominative and possessive accusative, right? And in this lecture, we are going to talk about possessive dative only. Now, if I talk about, like as I told you that if I talk about possessive, we have possessive in nominative, we have possessive in accusative, and we have possessive in dative. And we are going to cover up this dative one. Now, what is dative? First of all, we have to understand what is dative, right? What is nominative, what is accusative, what is dative? So nominative means subject, accusative means an object, dative means also an object. So if I talk about a sentence, it has subject, it has verb, it has object. So subject plus verb plus object is equal to be a sentence. So this subject is known as nominative, right? This object can be, we can call it accusative, or we can call it dative. Now that depends whether this object is a direct object or an indirect object, right? And about this we have discussed in detail when we were doing dative verbs. So when if you have any doubt regarding this structure, I would suggest you to revise dative verbs notes, right? Then you will have a clear picture on that. But now, if it is clear to you, then we can proceed. And first of all, what is dative? As I told you, dative is an object of a sentence, but which object? It is an indirect object, right? Uh, for the direct object, we call direct object as an accusative and not the dative. So what is dative? Dative is an indirect object, right? So let's discuss this. Let's analyze this sentence. It says ich is I, ich schreibe meinem Freund einen Brief. Ich schreibe meinem Freund einen Brief. I write my friend a letter. So if I need to analyze this sentence, this is verb, right? This is verb. Who is writing? Who is writing? I am writing. So doer is who, right? This will always be subject. So I is subject, ish is nominative, this is nominative, right? This is nominative, this is verb, and this is an object, and this is also an object, right? So this my friend is an indirect object, hence dative. This is a dative object, and this is an accusative object. This we have done in detail when we were doing dative verbs, right? So this was just a quick recap of that. Now, what is possessive? We have done dative. Okay, we have done dative, but in this lecture we are going to talk about possessive pronoun in dative. Possessive pronoun in dative. So first of all, you should understand what is possessive pronoun. So possessive pronoun are the words which show possession. Possessive pronouns are the words which show possession of the noun. For example, here, friends, friend. So whose friend? Whose friend? My friend. So possession, which show possession, my friend. So this my would be possessive pronoun. Okay. Now, these are the possessive pronoun in English. We have my, your, his, her, are, their. So all these are possessive pronouns, right? All these are possessive pronouns. Why possessive pronouns? Because these words show possession. These words show possession. If I say a pen, it is not showing any possession. So a is an article. Which article? Indefinite article. If I say the pen, it is again not showing any position. It is just specifying that this pen I want, this pen, the pen, right? And if I say your pen, your pen, so now it is showing possession because I have added a possessive pronoun here, right? So you should it should be clear to you whether I'm using article, definite article or indefinite article or possessive pronoun, right? So this noun will remain same. So whenever I add what is possessive pronoun? Possessive pronoun are the words which show possession of the noun. So noun is pen, noun is pen, right? So it is showing possession of the noun. So it can be any of these, right? So now, please do not get confused. uh, Personal pronouns are different. This we have done in detail. And possessive pronouns are different. Student gets confused when there is a question, fill the personal pronoun or fill the possessive pronoun. So they interchange these two topics. So please make sure that you do not get confused between these two. Personal pronouns are the words which we use in place of a noun, in place of a noun. And possessive pronouns are the words which show possession of the noun, right? Personal pronoun can be I, you, he, she, it, we, they. So if I say Ram is my friend, Ram is my friend, Ram lives in Delhi, and Ram is 13 years old. So I am repeating the noun. This Ram, 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 Ram. I'm repeating it, right? But in I if I'm writing a paragraph, I should not write Ram again and again. I should rather write he. Ram is my friend. He lives in Delhi. He is 13 years old. Uh, he is my friend, right? He studies at Oxford University or something like that, right? So personal pronouns are the words which we use in place of a noun. So noun is Ram. I am replacing the noun and I am writing he. But possessive pronouns are the words which show possession, right? So in exam, whenever you get a question, fill the personal pronoun. So you should use this table, the left hand side table. But if in exam you get a question like fill the possessive pronoun, so you should write this table, right? You should not mix these two topics. Now, if I talk about German, so I is ich. This is personal pronoun. Personal pronouns. Personalpronomen. You, du. He, er, sie, she, it, es, we, wir, you, all, ear, you, sie, they, sie. And similarly, we have in German for possessive pronoun, my, mine, your, thine, his, sein, her, ihr, its, sein, our, unser, your, euer, your, ear, their, ear. Now we'll be discussing all these possessive pronouns in detail. So this was just the comparison and just to give you the overview, right? What is personal pronoun, what is possessive pronoun. So this is just the beginning of the possessive pronoun. So what is possessive pronoun? Possessive pronouns are the words which show possession of the noun. And what is dative? Dative is an indirect object. Now let's discuss one by one. As you can see here, like first possessive pronoun is mine. This is the first possessive pronoun. Let's discuss this. Now here for each possessive pronoun, as I've told you, like here we have first possessive pronoun, second possessive pronoun, third possessive pronoun, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth. So for all the possessive pronouns, we have a different table, right? So this is the first table for you. uh, Mine table, mine possessive pronoun table, mine possessive pronomen table, mine. What does this mean? Like this is nominative, you know it already. This is subject. Accusative, you know it already. Direct object. And dative, you know it already, indirect object. And masculine, it is a gender, feminine, neutral, and plural. So four genders are there. So here is a complete table. This table you need to learn, right? In mine, which means my, Minor means my, mine, my, and minor, my. Minen means my, minor means my, mine means my, minor means my. Minum means my, minor is my, minum is my, and minen plus n means my. So all the words give you the same meaning. All the words in this table, all the words give you the in this table give you the same meaning. The meaning is my. But what is the difference? The difference is if I'm using my, if I say my father has, it has my car. My father has my car, right? My father has my car today. So here, how many possessive pronoun can you see? This is one possessive pronoun, and this is second possessive pronoun. So in this sentence, I can see two possessive pronouns, my and my. So I need to analyze whether I am using it in place of a subject, whether this is a subject or an object. So who is my car? Who has my car? My father. Who? Who is doer? Right? So this is subject. That means nominative. Now my car has is verb. This is subject, verb, and this my car is an object, right? So this my, I'll be using from this table, right? And this my, because it is a direct object, hence I'll be using it from this table, right? So that depends on the sentence, whether I need to use subject or I need to use object. But which object? If I say my father, so my father, it is talking about father. Father is male, right? So masculine. So either I can write mine, or I can write minen, or I can write minum. Now that depends where my father is coming, whether it is coming in subject, object, or which object. If I say my mother, so mother is feminine, so I have three possibilities to write, either minor, this minor, or minor. Now that depends whether it is coming in subject or on object. Similarly here, thine means your but informal, your but informal, right? So all the words in this table give you the same meaning, your, all the words, your, right? Again, we are going to apply the same rule. If I say your uncle, so uncle is male, so answer has to be from masculine, answer has to be from this, right? If I say I know your uncle, right? I know your uncle. So how many possessive pronoun can you see? Only one. And what is the position of this possessive pronoun? Subject or an object? So if I analyze this sentence, this is subject, no is a verb, and this your uncle is an object. So that means this is nominative, this is verb, this can be accusative, or this can be dative. Now we need to check whether this is a direct object or indirect object. Since here it is a direct object, I have to use this accusative. Now your uncle, that depends. If I say your uncle has my pen, your uncle has my pen. So your uncle, this is subject, this is verb, and this is an object. So I need to see which the possessive pronoun, whether it is taking a subject position, or it is taking a position of an object. Now if I say your aunt, now aunt is feminine, right? So I answer has to be from the feminine list, right? Answer has to be from there, from here. So it can be diner, it can be diner, or it can be diner, right? Now I need to see the sentence. That depends on the sentence. So far we are just discussing the table. Similarly, the next table, it says Zine. Now it is a table of its and his. This table will give you two meaning. Like Zine can be his, or it can be its. Zina can be his, can be its. Zine can be his, or it can be its. So all the words in this table, his or its. All the words in this table give you the same meaning. His or its. If I say his brother, now brother is masculine, answer has to be from this masculine table, right? And if I say his sister is feminine, that means answer has to be from this table. So if I say I thank his I thank his brother. So how many possessive pronoun are there? Only one, his brother. And what is the position of it? This is subject, this is verb, this is an object, but this time this is an indirect object, hence dative. So answer would be Zainam, right? I will say Ish Danke Zainam Bruder, right? It should be Zainam. Now you need to analyze, you need to, if you are still confused, when is what is direct object, what is indirect object, I would suggest you to revise the notes of dative verbs, right? Dative verbs. Go and revise the notes of dative verbs. Here, next table is ear, right? So ear gives you the meaning of her, it gives you the meaning of their, and it gives you the meaning of your formal. So three meanings are there. One is her, second is their, and third is your formal. So all the words in this table give you the same meaning, right? Your formal and their. Now that depends on the sentence. For example, here, her teacher. Now teacher can be male, can be female, right? Teacher can be later or it can be later in, right? For example, is here the sentence says, I I answer her her madam, her teacher. I answer her madam, right? So here it is saying her madam. So madam is feminine, right? So I have to use the answer has to be from here, right? So here is antworte. Now antworte is a dative verb, hence it has to be dative. So earer and then later in, right? But if the question says I answer her sir or her teacher, like here I'm talking about male teacher. So ish antworte and then her teacher, right? Her teacher. The answer has to be from masculine, right? And it should be earum because it is dative. Earum later. Now if I analyze this sentence, this is subject, this is verb, and this is a indirect object, right? If I say her friend, now friend can be male, can be female, it can be friend or it can be Freundin, right? So if I say Freund, it is male. So answer has to be from masculine. If I say Freundin, Freundin is female. Answer has to be from feminine, right? So if I say I congratulate, let me write here. I congratulate, I congratulate her male friend, right? Her friend, but here I'm talking about male friend. So ish gratuliere, Ish gratuliere. I congratulate her male friend. I'm talking about male friend. Answer has to be from there. Now, this is subject. This is verb. So her is an indirect object, right? Hence, I will be writing iherum Freund, right? Because this is nominative. This is verb, and this is dative. So iherum Freund. Now here, next table for you is unzer. Unzer gives you the meaning of are. All the words in this table will give you the same meaning are. So unzer, unzerer, unzer, unzerer. Unzaran, unzara, unzar, unzara, unzaram, unzarar, unzaram, unzaran plus n. For example, if I give you three sentences here. First sentence says, our brother is very intelligent, is very intelligent. This is sentence number one. Second sentence is, uh, second sentence says that he thanks our brother, and third sentence says he thanks our brother. Third sentence says we we uh, we ask our brother. So three sentences are there. I need to see in all the sentences I am writing our brother, our brother. But here in sentence number one, our brother is very intelligent. This is subject, that means nominative. I will write this one. I will write this one, right? Because brother is masculine, I will write unser Bruder ist sehr intelligent. This is sentence number one. Second says he thanks our brother. Now this is he is subject. Who thanks our brother? He. This is subject. This is nominative. Thanks is verb. Our brother is an indirect object. Hence dative. So I'll be using unzaram here. I will write er dankt unserem Bruder. Right, and last says we ask our brother. This is subject. Who is asking? We are asking. So subject, that means nominative. This is verb. This is a direct object, right? Hence accusative. I'll be using unzaran here. So I'm in English it will be same. In English there is no difference. In English r will remain r only, whether subject or object. But in German it changes. If it is a subject, I'll using nominative or accusative or dative. That depends, right? So German would be wir fragen unseren Bruder, right? So our is changing. R sometimes is unser, sometimes is unseram, sometimes it is unseran. That changes, right? And the last table for you, it is your informal but plural, right? All the words give you the same meaning. Your informal but plural, right? So this was about tables. Now let's discuss few questions with you. First question, first question, it says, Ich helfe, I help. Mutter immer. Immer is always. I have to fill possessive pronoun here, right? I need to fill possessive pronoun. I help, I help, Mutter immer. So I help whose mother? I can write I help my mother. I can write I help your mother. I can write I help his mother. I can write I help her mother. So all the answers are correct. All the possessive pronoun are correct. I help our mother. Right? All the possessive pronouns are correct. But I need to choose the appropriate one. So appropriate would be I help my mother. So teacher is expecting the answer of my. Teacher is not expecting answer of his. I help his mother. I help your mother. So although it is correct, I am not saying it, if you write I help your mother will be wrong. If you write I help her mother will be wrong. No, no, no. It is not like that. It will be correct. But uh, if you get such statement in exam, I would suggest you to write my only. Write I help my mother. So I have to write my. That means I need to follow the table of my. So where is the table of my? Here is the table of my for you. Here is a table for my, right? That means answer has to be from this table. Now my mother, I help my mother. So where, which row, which column shall I follow? Whether the masculine column or the feminine or the neutral or the plural. Which column shall I follow? So I have to follow this feminine, right? I have to use feminine because I'm talking about mother. This thing I have to follow. Now I help my mother. I is subject nominative, so I will not be using minor. This is my mother here. The position of my mother is as an indirect object. Hence, I'll be using my ner, right? So in that question, I should write my ner. Mutter will be the correct answer here. Minor, right? Minor would be the answer in this blank. Similarly, here it says thanks to. Thanks is thank. uh, these all are dative verbs, right? So I would also suggest you to go and revise the topic of dative verbs. Thanks do you thank? Not. Nicht here, nicht. Don't you thank your teacher? But which teacher is it? Is it Lehrerin? Lehrerin, that means feminine, female teacher, madam, right? Don't you thank your female teacher? Don't you thank your madam? So I can also write, don't you thank my teacher? Don't you thank his teacher? Don't you thank her teacher? Don't you thank our teacher? All possessive pronouns are correct, but I have to write the appropriate one. So it is going to be your only. Don't you thank your teacher? Your is appropriate. Although these are also correct, but in exam you have to write appropriate one, right? So thanks do, and then your teacher, but female teacher. So that this is an indirect object. Your teacher. This is verb. This is do is subject. So this is an object, right? But which object? Indirect object. So answer will be thy ner, right? Because female teacher is there. If it is a male teacher, then answer would be thynum. Here it's the third sentence. Let's discuss the third sentence. It says here Müller. Here Müller is Mr. Müller. Gift gives. Mr. Müller gives sister and brother eine Schokolade. Schokolade is chocolate. So Mr. Müller will give his sister and his brother a chocolate. Although I can also write Mr. Müller will give your sister and your brother a chocolate. So any possessive pronoun can come, but again I'm repeating that you have to use the appropriate one. So Mr. Müller will give his sister and his brother a chocolate. So this is subject. Here Müller is subject. Who is giving? Mr. Müller. This is subject. This is verb, and this is an indirect object. This is also an indirect object. But here I'm writing his sister. So feminine. His sister. Feminine. Hence seiner will be the answer. And here I'm writing his brother. His brother. Hence seinem, right? Hence Zainam, because if I see the table of his, so here is a table of his. So his brother would be Zainam, and his sister would be Zainer, right? Masculine and feminine. Here is it, right? So you have to be careful about this. All right, let's discuss the next sentence. It says Frau Mehra. Frau Mehra, right? Frau Mehra is female. Frau Mehra schenkt. Schenkt is gifts. Frau Mehra will gift Kinder einen Kuli. Kuli is pen. Kinder is children, right? Frau Mehra, Mrs. Mehra gifts. Mrs. Mehra gifts her children a pen, right? So this is subject, that means nominative. This is verb, gift, and this is an object. And which object? Indirect object, hence dative. So Mrs. Mehra gifts uh, her children. I should write her children. Now I need to follow the table of her. So if I go to the table of her, it says her children. So children is masculine, feminine, neutral, or plural. So children is plural, child is singular. Child is singular, but children is plural. So I have to write eren plus n, right? So here in this question I should write eren plus n. So n will come here after the noun kinder, right? Eren plus n should come here, right? So n will come after the noun n. Eren kinder. Here it says the kinder. The kinder is the children, the children, the children. Zygon, zygon is show. The children show Freunde, friends, ein photo, a photo. So the children are showing their friends. The children are showing their friends a photo. So their friends. I'm talking about their friends, right? So I have to follow the table of their. So which is the table of their? I told you that this year table give you three meanings. One is her, second is their, and third is your formal, right? So their friends. I'm talking their friends. Friend is singular, but friends are plural. Again, it would be eren plus n. So if I see here, it should be eren freunden, right? So eren plus n. So, all right, this was all about possessive pronouns. I hope you have enjoyed this session and you must have learned something new. If you have any doubt, you may ask. Otherwise, you can just frame two sentences at your own using the possessive pronouns, right? And post in the chat box, and I'll check your answer.